Hello everyone, I'm Kibitz and welcome back to City Skylines, where we've been busy developing this new island of our city. Because although our city is mostly built to earn us money, we have capped out on the amount that we can have, destroying my purpose of being. So now we're trying to focus on getting as many people into the city as possible, because of course once you have money you need power. And yeah, we will have plenty of power here when this new city is done. So yeah, we started it last time. We got quite a few new citizens in, and the area is looking spectacular, if I must say so myself. We have this awesome new highway that continues over here and into this cool locket and out of the city. So now today, what? I'm sorry. Wait, they're just driving through it? I'm sorry. Today, we're gonna finish off the rest of the island here and get even more population. But first, you guys had some crazy good ideas in the comments of the last video, so we are going to implement them. Number one is down here in our city proper, we have this huge university. And you know, it's something we need, but it's kind of weirdly placed there. So it's gone. We're gonna build it actually right over here in this kind of inlet area of the island. It looks much more proper, right? Right. So we'll give it the parks, so the finance, we'll give it libraries here and there. Then we'll fix the roads up and make that look even better in a second. The other idea you guys had was even more profoundly genius, and that is to get a ferry built on this island. It is actually perfect. We already have a ferry system that's bringing people from this part of the city to our industrial core over here. But, you know, nobody uses it. But now we could have the ferry go from the industrial core to the main city and then all the way down here. And oh, would you look at that? We just happen to have a huge new space for things and stuff now. Well, isn't that convenient? Whoa, is this not gonna fit in? Please, my segue, it was so good. Brother, I don't think that's gonna work. My hopes dashed in an instant. All right, backup plan. We have this area over by the train station where there's a bunch of poor people living, and guess what? Wow, the poor people are gone. And the new ferry terminal is in. Awesome. It does mean, however, we're absolutely gonna have to have a subway station nearby, so more people, you're going to be evicted, goodbye. And we'll fix up this area later. Then we'll add in probably a whole new subway track and system too, because we are going to turn this side of the island into effectively the sister city of this side. For that, let's not leave our work unfinished, and let's just bring through some roads here, just extending our existing systems wherever we can. Yeah, we'll just do something like that, with a few slight improvements with some pedestrian paths and a new highway entrance, and that should look fantastic when all the buildings come in. As in right now. And yeah, this was 100% the right call. It's beautiful. It really makes this whole part of the city work so much better. I love it. It's so dense, it's so urban. So many towers, so many lines of sight. Only problem is traffic. Traffic is not good. People really want to go this way and then this way? Sir, you can't park there. Oh, wait. Everybody's just moving into this new part of the city. That's what's going on. Okay. So you know what? This will probably clear itself out in 100 years. If we come back to this in a little bit and it's still like that, I'll fix things. For now, let's continue to tinker over this way, where I have improved the university slightly too. Added in a nice little soccer field and some parking, because people want to play the sports ball or go to the university. Then just gridded around it so we had all of our zoning squares ready to go. But the biggest update here is this 6-lane road. This district is gonna have a lot of people living in it, and those people are gonna want to get to the highway here. So this 6-lane road acts as the bridge for this side of the city and the new part of the city, and also as the highway entrance, because vehicles will go down this way, and then they can go down this road and hit the highway in whatever direction they want, or people entering the city can go through this way, hit up into this road, Oh gosh, and then another roundabout, and okay. That might be a problem. That's actually a huge problem. If people want to enter the city and go over here, we can't have them going through like 50 roundabouts and all these blocks and stop signs. It's gonna be a pandemonium down here. So then here's the deal. We'll continue work over in this district, just gridding things out, like really basically, like trying to get in all of the nice zoning squares we can without any stupid gaps, please. Thank you. Once we have something, we can start to figure out where our main roads are gonna be. Like up this way, we can make this a 6-lane road. If that's a 6-lane road, we have another main road kind of preemptively down here. Where else would people want to go? Down this road to this side of the city. We probably want another road going up this way. But maybe instead we can just have this be a one-directional 4-laner. Gets people out of Dodge. Now with some main road ideas in here, we want to build a highway. And how will we go about that? Like, do we just go from this total mess off of this curve, destroying half the city into this direction? No. We're gonna have to build another bridge. So we'll have another bridge that just goes straight this way with the full 5 lanes, brother. Oh, you better believe it. And have that go all the way across the water. Just gotta make sure everything's even and perfect. Thank you. And we get across the sip, hit the ground, and you know what? That was relatively simple. Oh, and hey, that traffic jam is still there for whatever reason. Well, guess what? Now you have to move, right? Because there's a new road there. Did that fix things? Wait, did that actually fix things? I think it actually did. Huh, look at that. Anyway, so yeah, we can just have real simple entrances and exits like this, just on both sides, figure out the pillars later, and that is Dunskies. Where it's gonna get a little bit more difficult is on this end. Like, how are we going to have the highway get to this main road? Well, probably through a series of roundabouts. Like way back here, we could have a roundabout, right? Then a 6-lane road can scoot off of it, be there, and somehow that'll transition to our highway. Maybe look something like this? I'm not 100% sure. This is where things get a little finicky. But I really do like this idea of having the highway entrances and exits connect to a roundabout. I feel like that would work out really well in the long term. Maybe. I guess it's a little horrifying, like a vehicle goes down this road and has to go like skirt around this UE to get onto the main road going in this direction. But you know, we want them to slow down, or else there will be accidents. Okay, no, but for real, that is pretty horrifying, but it'll be fine. Wait, I know how to fix it. We add in one more lane. Haha, there we go. More cars turning. Fixes all problems all the time. All right. Fix the highway a little bit too, just push it over a bit so we could also have a highway entrance in here with the same horrifying turn like that, which is now improved with more lanes. And we have a few highway entrances on the other end. Just like one-way streets leading towards a highway entrance, and then we can call it good. We could also then add in another highway entrance somewhere deeper into the grid here. So like, I don't know, highway could start here and just go to there. Something like that, right? Right. Across the way here, the traffic caused itself again. Why? I got rid of it for a second, but then it's just like, oh, no. Let's do it again. Is it the taxis? Is it the Cthulhu road vehicle maintenance thing? Or is it a demon node? I think it's a demon node. And if we fixed it again, just like that, vehicles scoot. Oh, look at that. Everybody's like, oh, wow, the demon node was vanquished. We're free. Wait. The name of this highway is High Highway as well? Oh my gosh. Okay. Just, oh boy. Back to over here. We are ready to rock and roll with the rest of this district now that we have the highways in, and we're gonna start gridding it out. So I started with the proper gridding on this side, just adding in the main streets, like the 4-lane roads and what have you. And we're just gonna do the same on the other end, because we primarily want this area to be residential. Residential and offices. A lot of office demand for the city for whatever reason. And you know what? If we get a lot of offices, I won't mind that either. There's some office building unlocks that we haven't got yet, and we're relatively close to getting them. And they all have some pretty wild bonuses that would help our city a lot. So either or, lots of skyscrapers all over the place, meaning hyper density out the wazoo. Oh my gosh, for once, most of it worked out perfectly. Don't look at that. Look at all of this. Beautiful. So many towers we can throw in here. It's going to be the most dense, beautiful part of the city in like 10 seconds here. A couple little bits of logic had to be done though, like bringing in that extra highway bit so people can get out of the city from way over here, just with a roundabout. Connected that up to a main road, and that should help out too. Then, very critically, a lot of people down here will want to get to this main artery road here. So this whole road is a giant one-way that goes to the 6-laner, and from the 6-lane road, people can go wherever they want. But even with that, I tried adding in a few more one-way roads just to hopefully control a little bit of the traffic. I don't know where things will break down, but it will probably be along this stretch of roundabouts. So I'm just getting prepared by adding in the one-ways. Aside from that, nothing all too complicated, because really, we just have to zone it in. Oh, but wait. What about this? The weird potato. What are we doing with that? Well, I'm glad you asked, because we just so happen to have a few tourist attractions still available to us, like the bronze statue, which looks very good, I must say. However, it kind of wastes a lot of the space on this bit of the island. So instead, I want to build this medieval castle. It's $5 million and really fills out the space. Also, I think it makes sense to have a castle here, right? Like if you're a settler to this land, you don't want to build the castle on this side of the coast because then there's going to be waves and it's going to be too easy to bombard with ship cannons. Maybe you'd want the castle actually to be here, but you know what? This is pretty good too. It's a defensible position, you know? Forget the logic now. And also, forget the potato. No more potato. We're going back to blocks. And the castle will look fantastic just right there. Actually, maybe we can have half a potato. That's right, potato rationing. It's happening, let's go. But for real, can we get this in here? Kind of. Kind of looks a little too gritty. Just see the idea through. And I guess that's not bad, but no, I think I'll change it. But most importantly, having that curve right at the end there allows us to connect this road up to there, and it kind of completes our island's perimeter road. So we have this whole road going around the perimeter of the whole island, and we don't just want it to end super abruptly, but now it ends at a castle. Then from the castle, we can have some main roads heading off of it, like this one. That's kind of right next to the entrance there, so we can have all the crosswalks. Looks like we have a little graveyard over here. So I feel it'd be more accurate to have another street attached to it. And then one by parking, sure. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Ooh, and last little thing, we gotta have a road that's going over to this island. What will be on this island? Nothing much, but we definitely want a roundabout there. Except kind of like way over there instead. Yeah, that's nice. Then I also tinkered with this a little bit, made the end here kind of look like, I don't know, a toe? I don't know, but it fits a little bit better. And it really brings this whole island together. I like it a lot, having the castle there. We'll add in some trees around, add some touristy shops or whatever we can up in here. And with that final piece in, we're able to figure out the road system down this way. And this area is good to go. It's just a matter of adding in services at this point. So we'll add in an extra police station since there's gonna be so many people around. Also, more Wi-Fi. People love the Wi-Fi. We'll add the radio mast in there, which does handle like Wi-Fi stuff, right? Yeah, it does. Okay. Then a little bit of mail for this part of the city. Give it a bit of an extension too. And oh yeah, we have a little bridge that goes across the main road over into this area, just in case tourists don't want to go along the busy traffic artery and want to skip over that. Okay. And we'll also want another huge college around here. We could put it in here, I think. Yeah, that's not bad. With the library right next door, thank you. And I'm not opposed to making this whole area like a school zone. So we can add in a high school right next to it, and an elementary somewhere nearby, like there, sure. Another hospital will be mission critical. We'll throw that over by the university. So we'll just put that around here. That might move a bit, but that's solid. It's not directly on the main artery roads, but it's pretty dang close. Yeah, maybe I'll switch this road around so the vehicles can leave here faster or enter here faster. You know what? Either or. I think that's fine. What other services do we need? Fire? A little bit of fire. Sure. Doesn't really matter where we put that. And the last major thing I want is a cool, large plaza. Yeah, this is gonna be a super dense city. We wanna have a large plaza somewhere. Kind of like a central park. So we wanna put it somewhere central then. Like here? Ooh, that fits in pretty well. Kind of. Kind of .tm. Yeah, maybe we'll move that around. I don't know. But those are the main services. We'll add in, of course, more elementary schools, but whatever, they're a dime a dozen. More important than that, though, is the subway system around here. So already, I built a subway right in front of the university so people can move and groove wherever the heck they want. Then we have to look at the subway systems throughout this entire part of the city. So we already have this weird loop here that connects up with the main part of the city and the train system. So people can take the train, then switch to the subway. Subway stops by a college, scoots underwater to the main downtown area here, then right through the island to here. And then that same subway then scoots back in on itself to here. So it's a very, very weird loop. And we're gonna kind of connect that with another weird loop over this way. So we'll get rid of this connection, and the subways will continue over this way. So we'll first hit the university for sure. Then it would be nice to hit the castle somewhere. Maybe you could like bounce down to it. Maybe like there. So then the subway car can like bounce into the station, then bounce out somewhere over here. Somewhere by like the high schools and colleges. Yeah, like right there, in fact. Let's switch the orientation though. And from there, we're just trying to make a loop. So then we could have another subway station here, scoot it down over there. Maybe another one here? I don't know. No. In front of the hospital for sure. And then that can just go back to the university. And that is pretty good. But oh boy, of course, when I thought about things for a second longer, I realized plans would have to change a little bit. So we definitely wanted to have a subway in front of the university and the hospital here. So I just brought that up in this direction and put down as many stops as I could around the island, over by the school, then back by the post office, and by the castle. And you might notice that it continues down this way because I totally forgot to include the ferry stop. We have the ferry that's gonna be bringing tons of people in. So now we have kind of a, oh gosh, I don't even know what to say. Like the weirdest loop ever. How about this? It's actually easier if I just draw it out for you guys. So starting at the university here, we have a new loop that goes over this way, out and around, then connects back in on itself, then goes this way, out and around, and then it connects back in on itself again. And then I added in a secondary line that just goes from like the castle-ish area, scoots underwater to the ferry, and then reconnects up to the infinity loop. The infinity loop, that's great. Then continues back into the other loop. Easy peasy. And then again, since we have the university here, I added one last subway line that scoots underneath and just leaves this part of the city into some of the suburban areas. Just so more of the boony kids can go to school. And that could help a little bit, because the more educated people, the better, because we're gonna have office buildings out the freaking wazoo here in a second. But first, with the zoning, we'll get it all started with medium density. And what I'd like to do is add in shopping all along the main arteries of the city. So 6-lane roads, get the big shops. Other 6-lane roads, more big shops. You better believe it. All over the place. And then wherever we have like public transit, usually like to add in a lot of shopping around there too. So some there. And you know what? We're gonna have so many office buildings. I'm just gonna abruptly choose this area as kind of like a business park. Sure, yeah, sure. And from there, the colors went out the wazoo. So lots of office buildings dedicated down here. Since it's a business park, I literally added a park in. Very literal, Kibs. Good job, Kibs. Thank you. And around the rest of the area, yeah, I just kept with the theme of zoning commercial by main roads and throwing in towers wherever I felt like it. Like, for example, there's a few towers that are just over this way because I added in a bit of a sports park by an elementary school and parking lot. So I was like, hey, we could have some towers around there. I fixed up the main park of the city, the large plaza, and I wanted there to be huge towers surrounding it, so more high density stuff there. Then as the city kind of fills itself in, we will add more and more and more towers. Kind of like how our main downtown core over here went. Like at first, we had a couple towers, and then every so often I was like, let's add in one more. Let's add in one more. And then suddenly it's like, bro, please relax. But no, that's probably how this area is gonna wind up too. So let it fill in. Other things to mention around here? Not really. I just added in a few walking paths so people could move and groove without vehicles, at least to a little bit of a degree. Brought in some transformers so we could have extra power. Crematoriums for the useless people. Ah yes, I named it its own district. Worker Subunit 8. That way the island is divided between like the west side and the east side, and it makes them both a bit of a rival. Just for the bonus lore. Oh no, wait, almost forgot. Let's turn that on and get the ferries rootin' and scootin'. Cool. And I just leave my game running for a couple hours because yeah, with 250,000 population, game runs real slow. Look at that construction speed. You looking at it? Going up an entire percent, just a second. Such lazy workers, right? Yep, max speed game by the way. Oh, 6%, huge. Anyway, you get the picture. So while we're waiting, remember to like and subscribe. Then scream in pain with me as we see the horrific traffic building that size of a city brings us. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's called a disaster. Okay. We can fix this a little easily though. Reason why I actually built these highways with 5 lanes is so we could do little lane math things later on without having to worry about clipping into the other highways. So now we can do something like that. And it kind of forces the vehicles to act a little bit more wisely. At least I hope. Then are there other problems around the city? Let's look over this way. Wait, what? Why is there so much traffic here? People are coming from this highway trying to get into this part of the city. Oh, that makes sense. Now that can be fixed just by getting rid of a couple lights, a couple crosswalks too. Easy peasy. Just figure yourselves out, everybody. Okay. Are there any other problems along the highway? Doesn't really look like it. This is all clear. This is getting busy, but it's fine for now. And yeah, looks like we could just use a couple more lanes down this way. I'll fix little things like this while I wait for the buildings to come in. All right, so I think some of the changes are actually working here. How's it looking again across the bridge? Terrible. I fixed this whole area up, so the lane should work. And this is actually flowing just fine. Look at that. Cool. Just get rid of a couple traffic lights and everybody's moving and grooving out the wazoo. Oh, a lot of vehicles though are still entering this part of the city. Interesting. No, most of them are going down the main artery somewhere. And how's the main city looking so far? Meh. it's pretty meh. Too many low density buildings. I don't like it. But I'll continue to tinker. How's this entrance looking? A little spooky. Why? Because of a jaywalker? You goon. We'll add in more pedestrian paths, maybe that'll help out. Oh, this is going way back though. That's not good. It seems a lot of people are not going all the way to the end. Oh no, there are. Okay, so it's working out. And maybe the traffic back here will actually end as soon as everybody actually moves in. Hopefully they do soon, because apparently we have a lack of labor. Is it because people aren't smart enough? How's the education looking? Fantastic. We have like 4,000 open spots in the universities and almost double the elementary school capacity we need. So given time, all of that will sort itself out. And while things are developing, let's check out the traffic heat map. And what is going on? Seems like everything is kind of fine. Traffic flow through the city is horrific, but that's just because of the special disaster zones, which is okay. And to be honest, I don't really mind if the traffic flow doesn't look good on paper, because sometimes it just means the road is being used a lot. Like all of this traffic here is moving very consistently and well. Oh, until it reaches here at least. But you get what I mean. So long as the road's being used a lot, I don't mind if the roads are busy. Just don't want the roads stopping. We can easily always fix that with, you guessed it, more lanes. Hooray! But then after a little bit more tinkering and waiting, the traffic is gone practically everywhere, and this city is zoned in as it's gonna be for now. We have ran out of residential demand, at least for high density stuff, and the office buildings are kind of taking over. So I've been waiting, I've been adding in more and more offices, and there are just so many, dude. It's crazy. We've practically built a San Francisco over here. But even with this area zoned in, the roads working well, this island isn't really complete until we deal with the coast over this way, as we have a ton of suburbs and services we need to add in. However, I am really happy with how this area is shaping up, and once we add in the extra details and the extra services, I'm confident this area will evolve into the most beautiful part of our city. However, that is going to be all for now. So if you enjoyed, remember to subscribe for more. And until next time, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. And bye-bye.